Hello, my name is Stefan Levy and I am the co-director of the Theatre Moveo based in Barcelona. Today we are presenting a show called Echoes, which is the third part of a trilogy we started to work on in 2014, which aims at exploring the different relation between reality in fiction in public spaces. The show is a production designed to be presented in the street or public spaces, as well as non-conventional spaces. The idea behind the creation of Echoes starts in a very simple question. Where do our actions, our feelings and our thoughts come from? Are we the creators of them, or are they just echoes of the outside world, of what's around us? Are we really creating anything, or are we just reproducing and changing all the time? Reproducing what we like and reproducing what we don't like sometimes. Where does the question come from for us? When we were touring with the two previous parts of the trilogy, Tu vas tomber en consecuencias, we saw very often that once the show was finished, families and children or people would invade the performing space and would start to reproduce the movement or try to reproduce the movement we had done during the show, which sometimes we had to be careful because it's not easy movement and people can get hurt. But we thought it was a very beautiful idea that after seeing a show, people would want to do the same. We would want to reproduce what they had experienced as spectator on the other side. So that's the starting point when we thought, how can we put this into a show? How can we make this idea of sharing and of being the example for the other, a positive dynamic that we can put in a movement show? This show is as all the production of the company, is a piece that combines very high physicality, very complicated movement skills, acrobatics, with a very theatrical language that allows us to be in a very close contact with the audience. Most of our shows are participative shows, which means we interact with the audience. We in this idea of blurring reality and fiction, we try to also blur this border between public and performers, and the third projection follows this line. Unfortunately, this production was designed in 2020 in a very pandemic situation, so we had to reevaluate all what we were doing because the original plan was to interact with the public, hold the public, bring the public on stage, dance with them. Obviously, we couldn't do that, so we tried to turn this around, and we went to explore the relation through singing, because we thought singing is a way of touching without contact. So we introduced in the show this idea of how we can relate through the singing with the audience and among the actors and dancers. And we also have exploring possibilities to reintroduce the public into the show without taking off the singing part. Our objective as a company when we create shows is to create a very global experience for the audience. We use movement, we use theatre, we use singing, we use of course a lot of humor in order for people who come to have the feeling that they are part of something. They're not just watching a show, but with the interaction we create with the audience, they have something around them that starts being drawn as an experience of art in the street. This show was made possible, obviously, by all the efforts of the production team of the company, but also through our partners, who are very valuable partners and followers for the last years, who are Fira Tárrega, which is a very important festival, and the Sismograph Festival here in Spain. The Barcelona City Council also offered us help in the creation of the show, and we are very grateful to all these partners. So now we have this production running and touring since September 2020. Our previous production, Tu vas tomber en consecuencias, have toured around the world, which is in Korea, Great Britain, France, Hungary, many other countries. And obviously this piece, since we premiered it in September, has toured through Spain, but due to pandemic condition hasn't yet been exported outside of Spain. And we of course look forward to being able to travel again and present it to international audience. Thank you very much for your time. We hope you enjoyed this presentation, and we are looking forward to being able to talk to you directly. Thank you very much.